How much money are you leaving on the table while you're doing drugs? This could be smoking weed, drinking alcohol, blowing coke on the weekends, gambling, or even spending money on adult media content. How much money are you leaving on the table? Because I know for me personally, it was a lot more than I had really expected. If you're new to the channel, my name's Dr. Frank. I'm the founder of Addiction Mindset recovery coaching programs, which are dedicated to helping people quit nicotine, THC, energy drinks, and adult media content, substances I once struggled with. To learn more about our paid coaching programs or our free program resources, be sure to check out the pinned comment or the video description for more information. All right, how much money are you leaving on the table when it comes to substance use? So there's the obvious amount of money that you're spending on the drugs. And this could be the money that you're spending on alcohol when you're going out to dinner, when you're going to the, to the food market to pick up a case of beer, right? There's that amount of money. This could be the direct amount of money that you're spending on the dispensary, that you're spending with your plug to buy a bump. Whatever it is that you're doing, there's an immediate amount of money that you're spending every week, every month, every year. And I would love for some of you guys to pause and think about that and comment that down below in the comments. How much money are you spending on either nicotine, weed, alcohol, or other substances each week, each month, and each year? Okay, that's the first thing. The next question becomes, what are you missing out on with that money that you're spending on substance use? So if you were to invest that money into something, what could the return on that investment be? So really straightforward, you could take that money that you're investing, you could throw it into a retirement account, you could throw it into the S&P 500, and let's say each year, extrapolated over multiple years, you could expect to gain 7 to 10% interest on your investment, right? Maybe now, I know at the time I'm shooting this video, they have some really good interest rates. Oh, those are probably going to come down soon, but they have some really good interest earnings that you could be making on CDs and other conservative accounts. So here's the thing though, it's not only that immediate return on your money that you're missing out on, but you're also missing out on the compounding interest of that investment, right? So like you put $100 into the S&P, let's say you gain 10% interest, now you have $110, you put another $100 in the next year, now you got $210 in there. Well, you're going to make another 10% interest compounded upon that. So I'm trying to explain this, but like investments compound, and you're missing out on that, okay? Especially if you're in your 20s or 30s and you're watching this. Now, it doesn't only have to go into like stocks or retirement accounts. Maybe you could have used that money like I did and invested into starting a whole nother business for yourself, right? We used that money. I became a certified addiction recovery coach. I opened up Addiction Mindset Recovery Coaching LLC, right? I bought camera equipment. I bought microphones. I did trainings. I did programs. I used that money. I invested it into starting another company. And now that company brings me in money every year. So maybe you're missing out on that. Maybe that money could be a down payment for a real estate investment or some other thing like that. Maybe you could use that money to start a cleaning business. Who knows? But it's not the direct money that you're spending on the drugs. It's the missed opportunity for investment. Whether you're investing in yourself, in your own health, in your own education, in your own skill set, or investing that money into something that's going to immediately give you a return on it over the course of a few years, I should say, rather, because that's usually how it works. Let's say you're sitting here and you're like, you know what? I make $250,000 a year already. I make $400,000 a year, $500,000 a year already. Well, all right, so you're making good money, but how much are you leaving on the table? What is your current performance score? So let's say you're drinking alcohol every weekend and smoking weed every weekend, and you're performing at 50% during the week when you're at work, okay? Monday through Friday. Well, two questions. What if you were performing at 75%? What if you were performing closer to 100%? Does that mean that 250 every year could be 500,000? Does that mean that 500,000 every year could be $1 million? What does 100% performance, physically, psychologically, spiritually, imagine having more time, more energy, more drive, more motivation. What does that translate to you financially. And I would really challenge you to think about what percentage of performance would you rate yourself at right now? Are you at 25%? Are you at 50%? Are you at 75%? And by getting rid of substances, do you feel that that could improve your physical health, improve your energy levels, give you more time to figure out how to go and make more money and perform better? Because you're leaving that money on the table. And then that's money that could also be reinvested, whether it's stocks, business opportunities, real estate, into self-development or, personal development stuff, learning a new trait or a new skill set to go earn more income. Because now now this number is really starting to add up, right? So for me, maybe it was anywhere from, in my worst, a few $100s a week, to at my least maybe $500 a month. But I was probably over $1,000 a month easily on alcohol, weed, and nicotine. And it's like, okay, maybe there was points in my life where there wasn't that much money because my income could support it. But man, when I look at, damn, 10,000, 20,000, that would have been a nice down payment for a rental property. Or that's a nice chunk of money to start up another business, right? And we've done this. I don't just say this stuff. This is stuff that we've done, right? We have our Kick It Crave Less chewing gum supplement company. That cost us around 40,000 to start up, right? An initial investment cost. Starting this YouTube channel, starting Addiction Mindset LLC, getting all the proper recovery coaching training. That was probably $5,000 to $10,000 going back a few years ago. Going to seminars on learning how to do YouTube, learning how to do TikTok. Easily have spent over $10,000 on that. So but it's paid out more. It's ultimately come out net positives for me. But I never would have thought that those chunks of money could be so relevant or so lucrative if they were properly invested. And I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this to explain to you guys, like, I wasn't, the richest person in the world. I was doing okay. But like, I was doing okay enough to where it's like, $1,000 doesn't really matter that much. It's a big deal, but I can afford to lose $1,000. I can afford to spend that on weed every now and then. But it's like, damn, I could have been doing so much better, so much earlier on. And that's the message I'm trying to convey to you guys. And I think at the end of the day, you don't really actually know what your energy levels are worth, what it's worth if you've really been struggling with addiction, because you don't have anything to compare it to. So if I was doing drugs, which I was for 9+ years, I don't have a comparison of, stoned, drunk Frank to productive, healthy Frank. I don't have a comparison on that. So I don't think you actually can put a number on more time, more energy, better physical health. And look, I didn't even go into the money that I was spending on therapy appointments, doctor appointments, right? Because I had cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome, because I had symptoms of psychosis. The money that I was spending, I never got into prescription drugs, but like the money that I was spending on co-pays to figure out why didn't I have more energy? Why didn't I have better health? And then the time that was taking away from me when it came to the development of my businesses, the development of my career, right? That was then costing me time. The wasted time that I was doing in all these medical appointments that I could have been working on my health, actually working on getting healthier, was actually costing me more money in time and co-pays and wasted energy and effort. And then now you're anxious thinking about all this stuff. So then there's money being left on the table because you don't have the mental capacity to think of things to drive you more money, because all of that capacity is put into, when am I going to smoke more weed? Should I go buy more weed? Should I quit smoking weed? Maybe today's the day I quit. Maybe today's the day I don't quit. I don't think people understand just how time consuming, how mentally and psychologically exhausting addiction is, and all the different ways that that's taking away from you and leaving money on the table. So if this topic interests you, if you are concerned that you're leaving money on the table, check out our Addiction Mindset one-on-one coaching programs. I'll work with you directly. We'll work on mindset. We'll work on supplementation. We'll talk about your options to get you off of cannabis. It's completely private, right from your own home, easy to do, okay? You can find that link below, or if that's not for you, check out our free resources, or just follow me right into the next video where I give you a full guide on how to quit smoking weed. Whatever floats your boat. Check out our supplements too. Hey, if withdrawal is something you're struggling with and cravings, that Kick It Crave Less chewing gum, I formulated it, I designed it, we have it manufactured and third-party tested right here in the USA. Check that out. Incredible product for the first 1 to 3 months when you're quitting a substance. All right, guys, until next time.